my god. On court and down. Okay, oh my god, I fucking missed. 5 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Uncle running right there. Funny to the crowd, but like that's bad, yeah. Wait, what? Oh, okay. My team has the ball right now. They're gonna box out,
Starks right here. Let's ride this out.
Get the fuck out of here. What?
Phoenix foul.
All they're gonna do is foul now.
That's his first personal foul. Phoenix foul. Ben Bishop. That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Barcelona.
That's what.
Troy Lee. 2 shots. Dragons foul. So far. That's his
What?
second team foul.
How is that's my way? How are you gonna tell me that's my way? And we are gonna go my way. Oh, you really think you're gonna clamp up? There. Mark the ball. Let's go, man. Come on. Let's go. This is my career. My boy. I'm doing good. We trying to get, I don't know. What we trying to do, man? I don't know what we trying to do. Let's go. State champions, man. That was easy. It wasn't that hard. Throwback 2K16. Throwback, are you guys gonna see? We have using the dream by spot, please. College recruiting season continues. College recruiting season continues. Living the dream by 8 by Khalid joint. Oh my
Freak.
God.
Thanks to you and your family very much for taking the time to meet with me. I'm going to be honest with you. We've been watching your game tape for years now, and you are our highest priority. We want to develop you from the excellence.
I know what I'm gonna be.
Shines over the great
Michigan.
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
Like I said, what are you doing? Anyways, where is Freak?
Now, CC, you know your brother. He loves to make a grand entrance. He gets it from your mother. She's always showing late for work.
I arrive when my services are needed and not before. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm just explaining where he gets it from.
Was I missing?
Boy, where were you?
I was taking out the trash, Mama.
You're such a good son. I'm gonna miss you when you go off to college.
Yeah, who's gonna do the trash detail?
Oh, don't worry about that, Pop. Cece could take over.
Not so fast. I'm going wherever you're going. Someone has to keep you on track in our college shit.
That's right, CC. You help tutor him. I'll take care of the young ladies.
Vic, go home. Why are you even here?
Yo, because I'm the cameraman. You know what? Speaking of which, Freak, you ready? Hey, these young college hotties already hit me up, man. Oh, just tell me in the world which university.
Vic, in due time. Relax, brother.
Yeah, Vic, shut up. Freak was born ready. Now make sure you don't cut off my head, because I gotta look.
All right, everyone, I'm ready. Vic, you rolling?
Rolling.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone from my coaches to my teammates. You guys taught me the importance of teamwork and working together. So thank you. I'd like to give a big shout out to my main man, Vic, holding the camera down. I ain't gonna ask where you got the camera, but thanks. I'd like to thank my loving parents for sacrificing so much to provide for me and my sister. And I'd like to thank my twin, Cece, being a great role model in my life. This has been an extremely tough decision. Each school was carefully considered, but I have finally decided to choose.
Alright, you guys, this is where we have to pick. Man. Put it down in the comment. Oh no, I want to go to Michigan. On yourself.
Decided to go to the great University of Michigan.
Good choice, son.
Ann Arbor really appeals to me, and I look forward to developing into a great player under the great tutelage of the amazing coaching staff working there. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in on such an important day.
Hey, yo, Freak. Just like we practiced today, all right? Da 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 da. Go Blue! Mama.
Go back. Go behind the camera. Go back behind the camera. Go Blue! Go Blue!
Where'd that come from?
You know, deep inside.
Wow.
Frequency vibration. Well, you know that little dance he does? He came out doing that.
Freaking vibe.
Oh my goodness. Freaking and vibing. Yeah. He was running from the time he was 9 months old. I mean, really.
Oh, I see. I'm looking for about no freaking. Welcome back. You guys are really want to go to the Lakers? The Lakers? Or the Celtics? Gameplay. The freaking gotta go low. It was loud. Everyone. Vacation.
ball inside.
What are we in down here?
Come on, fellas, let's talk.
Assisted by Jonathan Morris.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Georgetown Hoyas.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
So the Wolverines starting five. Freak in at center. Jones is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the 2. Price kicks to Trice. Back to Price. They set the pick. Right side, Randolph. Three-pointer. That's good, and it's Price with the assist. Randolph's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
And here are the Hoyas now. Trice passes to Price. Dishes it to Hudson. Hoyas moving the ball around. Price kicks to Hudson. And it's Michigan with the rebound.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
To the middle. Here's Jones, and he lays it straight in. Jones has got his first basket of the night.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
Here's Hudson. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Kicks it out to Jones. Shot from 12. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Georgetown takes possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Georgetown trails by 3 on the court for Michigan. Freak, he's in at center. Taylor is out there with Jones. And there's Flash, and it's Knight in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Trice inside. Joseph. It's blocked. They get it back. For 3, Price. And it's Freak with the rebound.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And the basket by Jones. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Wolverines.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And Michigan has possession. The Hoyas getting their last shot to go. There's Freak. And it's Price with the rebound. 1:04 left in the first half of the game. Here's Joseph. It's deflected. Knight against Price. To the right side. Here's Flash. Jones dishes to Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years. Most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
And the Hoyas with some changes. Nelson's checked in for Warren, and it's Gonzalez in for Wilson. The Wolverines also changing it up. Cunningham, he's checked in for Taylor. And Banks is subbed in for Flash.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And Allen Iverson was only at Georgetown for 2 seasons. The way he played, he completely set the college basketball hoop world on fire.
We might never see a scorer quite like Iverson again. For his size, what he packed into that small frame was absolutely amazing. As unique and relatable a guy as we've had. That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there, able to just go up and finish over the biggest defenders.
Kicks to Trice. 1 second left, and that's not going to go. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close. We welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
They've got Price. Warren is out there with Hudson. And it's Trice, and it's Randolph in at the 2. On the court for Michigan. Freak in at center. Jones is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash, and it's Crawford at shooting guard. And it's out of bounds. The Wolverines able to retain possession here.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Freak passes to Crawford. Down low. Freak kicks to Jones. Here's Freak. That's good. Freak's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Wolverines. Georgetown trails by 7. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And the basket by Jones.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
The Wolverines leading by 8. Knight on the wing. Feeds it to Freak. The pass to Cunningham. Michigan moving it around. And it's Freak missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nelson with a screen on Stevenson. They set the pick. Now here's Harkless. Trying his luck deep. The Hoyas with another miss.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Now here's Knight. Banks kicks to Cunningham. Reverses. And Freak with the layup.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Georgetown trails by 10. Nelson is out there with Hodges. And it's Felix in at the 3, the small forward. Harkless the pass to Hodges. Here's Felix. Off target from three-point range.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Now here's Freak. Cunningham got a piece of it. Lets it go from 11. Harkless with it. Back to Gonzalez. We've got 1:55 left in the second half. Pass to Harkless. They need this one. No luck. Now the Wolverines take it the other way. And here's Freak. Left side, Knight. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second point. 1:35 left in the second half of basketball. .131 left to play here in the second half. Trice kicks to Warren. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Wolverines?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now here's Freak. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Wolverines.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And the second free throw, good.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Here's Flash.
Move the ball. Got it. Stick the ball inside.
And Freak throws it down.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Trice, dishes to Warren. Great defense that time from Ellis.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Let's get the ball inside.
Here's Flash. At the elbow, it's Freak. They get it back. Ellis, the pass to Freak.
Georgetown foul. Kenny Ingram. That's his second personal foul. Shooting for the Hornets. Freak. 2 shots.
Hey, you want me to close my eyes on this one too?
And both free throws good from Freak. And here are the Hoyas now. 15-point game. Harkless kicks to Felix. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now Stevenson. Pass to Freak. Can't hit from in close. And so it's Michigan winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never...
Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. It's Texas and the Michigan Wolverines.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
On the court for the Longhorns, Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty. Then it's Turner. And it's Ford in at the 4 slot.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Edwards with it. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Longhorns shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
And we've seen Durant go on and do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year. The first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And he banks in the layup.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Flash passes the Freak. To the inside, Ellis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And it's Ellis penetrating. It's blocked. Now Crawford to the wing on the left. Michigan moving it around. Freak kicks to Crawford. Now the pass to Flash. He feeds it to Ellis. Ring shot on the way. And there's another one for the Wolverines. On defense, Michigan, they lead by 4. And here's Edwards. To the left side wing. The 3. No good. Here's Freak. Ellis right side. Here's Freak. Can't get it to go. And Texas the other way now. Edwards with it. Kicks it to Ford. Great touch on the 16-footer. Michigan ends up going with the new group. Freak in its center. Jones is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the 2 guard. Unloads from 13. There's Freak. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And for Texas, we've got Ellis. He's out there with Edwards. Turner is out there with Doherty. And it's Ford in at the power forward position. And for the Wolverines, Freak, he's in at center. Wright is out there with Jones. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the 2. They get it again. Freak. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Inside. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And it's blocked. Out of bounds as Texas keeps possession. Davis is checked in for the Longhorns.
Into the line. Julius Davis.
Here is Edwards. And there's the feed to Ford. He kicks it to Doherty. Crawford against Ellis. Shot clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Doherty. Good, and a nice assist from Ford. Doherty's got 5. 15 seconds left here in the first half.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now here's Freak. He's got 11. Doherty grabs the board.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even
in a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Michigan leads by 4. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half. Hello, welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
On the court for the Longhorns, they've got Turner. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in a power forward.
And you know, with Freak, you can see with his combination of size and movement why people are so high on him at the next level. I mean, there is no ceiling to how good he can be.
It just isn't very often that you have a big man as polished as Freak. There are a lot of guys his size and a lot of players who are as skilled as he is, but it is rare to have it all in one player.
Ellis, the pass to Edwards. To the middle, here's Turner. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Turner's got his first bucket of the night.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Outside, Jones. Doherty grabs the board.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Ellis with it. And Crawford picks him up defensively. Ellis kicks to Edwards. Pass to Ford. And it's Michigan with the rebound.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's Freak. Kicks it out to Crawford. Out of bounds. Texas will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going.
He's checked in for the Longhorns. Ellis comes in for Richmond. Texas trails by 9. Freak in at center. Jones is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash. And it's Banks in at the 2 spot.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Jones, no luck. And so it's Texas with it. Now Blair. He dishes it to Hudson. Ellis, the pass to Blair. And Turner kicks to Ellis. Feeds it to Hudson. Texas moving it around. Rush gets the bucket.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now here's Turner. He's guarded closely. From 12 feet out, can't get it to go. Ellis with some nice D.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Here's Flash. He's guarded by Blake. And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Wolverines making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. Texas trails by 5. Ellis, the pass to Edwards. The dish now to Ford. Rolls up on the elbow. That's good.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
And, Greg, I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at it.
Flash passes to Freak. Good.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
.44 seconds left here in the second half. Pass to Ford for the 3. Nails it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
It's Crawford on the wing. 20 seconds left in the second half of basketball. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crawford.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
And here's Texas. They're on an 11-2 run. Out to the wing. Here's Ford. Missed. Here's Ellis. And so it's Michigan winning this one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire.
This is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Michigan Wolverines.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Hill. He's out there with Hawkins. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the power forward.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title. And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
Outside, Jones. Ellis dishes to Freak. Kicks it out to Jones. Lets it go from deep. Hill pulls it in. And the Badgers with possession here. Passes it to Hawkins. They set the screen. Evans against Jones. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Badgers will retain possession here. Michigan trails by 6. Freak, he's in at center. Cunningham is out there with Jones. Then there's Flash, and it's Banks in at the 2. Freak. The Badgers pull it in.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And for the Badgers, we've got Hawkins. Also Peyton out there. Decker is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Walker in at the 4 slot.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Hawkins passes to Decker. And Walker kicks to Peyton. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And no good on the 1-and-1. The Wolverines. There's 45 seconds left here in the first half of basketball. Hill dishes to Fisher. The 11-footer. It's tipped. Knight against Fisher. Knight passes to Freak. Beyond the arc. Conley grabs the miss. The Badgers leading by 9. From 13. Hill, no good. Knight kicks to Stevenson. Now here's Freak. Defense right on him.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and 1.
The Wolverines shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good from Freak. There's 10 seconds left in the first half. And it's Wade penetrating.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Here is Hawkins. For 3, Gibson. And so that's the end of the first half. Wisconsin. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Freak in at center. Jones is out there with Ellis. Then there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. And for the Badgers, Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the four-man position. Now here is Hill. He's got 7. Now Hawkins. It's stolen by Jones. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Wolverines able to retain possession here. White is checked in for Ellis. Michigan trails by 7.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Here's Flash.
Move the ball.
And the layup falls. Flash has got 5 points so far.
Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
Now here's Decker, defended by Jones. Decker dishes to Hill. Here's Hawkins. His three-pointers off the mark.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Outside, Jones. Down low. And the shot is good. The Badger lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Freak.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Down low. And he uses the glass on the layup. Freak's got 13.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
On the wing, Hill. It's Hawkins on the wing. And the wide open shot from Decker. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Michigan with the ball. It's a 1-point game.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports. So it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Freak, he's in at center. Wright is out there with Jones. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot.
Flash.
Here's the Badgers with the ball. And here's Hawkins. Payton outside. Takes the 13-footer. They get it back. Gibson. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Banks kicks to Jefferson. Dishes it to Freak. Back to Jefferson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks time and time again.
That free throw good from Jefferson.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
1:43 left to play in the second half. There's the pick. Hawkins passes to Gibson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Gibson's got the game tied up here for the Badgers. Michigan with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Jefferson kicks to Freak. Releases from 15, and the shot falls short this time.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To the left side wing. And Gibson, here we go. But he stays with it. Hawkins passes to Wade. Outside Conley. Payton outside. The shot by Wade wide open. That three off the mark. Michigan with the ball. Now here's Knight. To the inside. There's Freak. It's hauled in by Hawkins.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those playing.
Banks against Hawkins. Banks dishes to Freak. Cloak loose. It's taken away by Payton. Banks against Conley. Pass to Hawkins. Feeds it to Gibson. And out of bounds as the Wolverines gain possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Here's Flash. Ellis outside. Down low. Here's Freak. It's good!
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And so it's Michigan winning this one. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation. Being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players, the rest of the students watching, this is something that can never be taken from you. They will always have this moment in history to reflect upon.
And it's such a punishing path to this moment. You look back on all the close calls along the way as the field gets whittled down round by round. They survived quite the gauntlet to get to this moment.
Indeed, a very special moment. And that's going to do it for us. I'm Kevin Harlan. It was a pleasure to be with you all season long.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the queen mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing, Mr. P?
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking and vibing, I love it, freaking and vibing. This freaking and vibing thing you do when you get hot, freak, we're going to make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in mind, so.
Cece, I said we because we're going to do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But, Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
Oh, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's the plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, Freak. Listen, in life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game. But BAM! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Well, maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But, freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, what if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This is his life.
You're not listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with y'all.
It's not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know what? But it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
You don't
me?
even
Wait,
know.
Freak, you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak. But you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what I do. I am the best at what I do.
You have had
Nobody
your
is
30
better.
seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just need to
Pagnotti,
understand.
Would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Cece go through this contract front to back. I'm going to think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm going to call you guys later. I love you.
Love you,
I love you too, son. Bye.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select
Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky.
With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select
D'Angelo Russell
from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select
Jahlil Okafor from Duke University.
With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select
Kristaps Porzingis
from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select
Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia.
With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select
Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky.
With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select
Emmanuel Mudiay.
With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select the 19-year-old center from the University of Michigan.
We met working at the post office together.
Martha was the clerk, and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that. It was true. It happened to me.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibrations. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Ma. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady Yvette. My dude, Vig.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, hold him in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you in town.
Man, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who is also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it.
Go ahead.
You know, Mama.
Tell her, Mama.
Come on.
Go get her, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
A mother knows. A mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibrations.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son.
Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me.
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. And now it's time for me to show everybody I belong and do my best to represent Harlem.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan.
Boys, nice night.
It's all about the Eastern Conference. That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. And they're starting off the season against this Detroit team. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly...
Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Teagan for Kyle Korver. And stepping out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA playing time, we're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Freak.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Jackson kicks to Harris. 20 feet out. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Harris has got his third basket of the night.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
Kicks to Splitter. And stolen by Freak. And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid in anything when it comes to basketball.
Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
Jackson has the open look. Meeks. Rebounded by the Hawks. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Splitter kicks to Splitter. Over to the left wing. Bazemore passes to Scott. Clock at 6. Out left to the wing. Here's Schroeder. Morris with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's good.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Cephalosha. And Dennis Schroeder's subbed in for Teague. And a different look here for the Pistons. Freak's checked in for Andre Drummond. Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Harris is checked in for Johnson. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at center. Marcus Morris is out there with Tobias Harris. And there's Jackson, and it's Meeks in at the shooting guard.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Here's Splitter. It's blocked. Jackson kicks to Meeks. Harris outside. To the paint. Freak dishes to Harris. Here's Morris. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot two. Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his MO.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years he's has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach, and his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
Schroeder with the ball. Jackson on him. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from the ball.
And so we wrap up. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a for Kyle Korver. And it's Teague for Dennis Schroeder. And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Freak comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Johnson, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Teague out there with Cephalosha. Then there's Paul Millsap. And what a feeling it's got to be for this young player is that last bucket represents the first official score in the NBA from Freak.
You know, you got to be happy for him. I mean, that's a great way to open up his NBA scoring account.
Well, everybody is happy to see him put the first points of his career on the board. Coaches, fans, teammates, everybody.
Johnson right side. Fires from deep. Another shot. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Atlanta.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shot.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
a fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Al Horford. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
On the court for the Pistons, Freak. He's in a power forward. Reggie Bullock. The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a...
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new...
Coming home, New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York, as the Nets take it to the hardwood here at the Barclays Center. The Detroit Pistons come into this one. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
And Detroit with a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Here's Lopez. It's blocked. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Jackson's got the ball and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
And the Pistons making a change here. Meeks is checked in. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Pass to Kilpatrick. He feeds it to Sloan. And again, no good by Brooklyn. On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, he's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win, the consummate pro and team player.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Lopez inside. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And the defense out of position. on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Pistons have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up.
And Jody Meeks last season, coming off the best effort of his career the year before, signed a big contract with the Pistons. They thought he'd be their designated three-point shooter. Instead, he missed the first 22 games with a back injury and just never really got in sync. In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Robinson a screen on Jackson. Here's Kilpatrick. He's guarded by Meeks. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Sloan. And a miss there on the triple. Now for Jody Meeks, we're just talking about with Greg last year, Clark. He did have a game where he rained 9 3-pointers on Orlando, just one short of the Pistons' all-time record.
Well, it's all about rhythm for him. I tell you where he finally found some rhythm last month of the season. I mean, he shot 57% from the field and 44% from behind the arc.
And too long on the shot.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Meeks got his first points of the game.
And nice job again. That time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
Greg, you're exactly right. Good, solid, steady, no-frills basketball. Doing it in all aspects of the game right now, and that's a hard combination to beat.
Robinson, that's good. Now Jackson. 3 seconds left. The shot, no good.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Just the way they've been able to pound.
Entirely new group now out there. Nets trail by 9. Young is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Donald Sloan. And then there's Henry Sims. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And it's Harris off the drive, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
The field goal percentage has been bumped up into the high 50s now.
And when you're shooting like this, you should be winning. They're scoring with tremendous efficiency.
You have to love the newest stadium in the NBA here at Barclays. Very state-of-the-art, outstanding facility.
Yeah, the Nets have a nice home here. I bet they wish they were stronger here at home. Finished under 500 last season with a record of 19-22.
There's the pick. He kicks it to Freak. Now the feed to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. The rebound by the Nets. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Look at what they did in the fourth quarter. I mean, they just went to sleep. Totally non-committal basketball. They allowed the big comeback.
Don't discount, though, the effort from the other side, because I just thought they took advantage of the opening once they got a little momentum.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Thaddeus Young. After the Nets' big moves the past couple of years, they were looked at as an older team, but you break it down, and you know, Greg, they're not as old as you think.
And actually had the 5th youngest team of anyone in the postseason. And so, though they seem older just because so many of their players had playoff experience or came into the league at a young age.
There's the dish to Bogdanovich off the pick. And it's Freak with the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
That's good. 6 points for Tobias Harris.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Here's Sloan. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 14 feet away. Second shot opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is.
The clock runs out.
All right now. Ladies and gentlemen,
the second half just about to get going here. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Bogdanovich. Freaks checked in for Detroit. Nets trail by 14. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Freak, and it's Morris in at the 3 slot. Robinson, and it's denied. Morris, left side, uses both hands to slam it down.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
The pass to Hollis Jefferson. And Morris comes over to help. And Jack kicks to Robinson. Here's Kilpatrick. Let's keep it alive. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got his second basket of the game.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Lopez with the block. And they'll keep possession. It's stolen by Jack. Kicks to Lopez. Good, and Jack gets the assist. 6 points for Brook Lopez.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
One shot.
Talking about Jarrett Jack, he is especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions. Here's Sloan. They've got Young. Also Brook Lopez out there. Bogdanovich out there with Donald Sloan. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And Lopez gets it to go.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Pistons leading by 18. Jackson up top. Freak sets a screen for Jackson. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Screen by Young. Here's Kilpatrick. Plenty of space. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his assist totals piling up, 11 now for him. And so they foul intentionally.
And just way too early to tell how this year's group of rookies will turn out, but just from an early look, they seem to be a group that can contribute. Definitely not going to be a class with a small impact on the league.
Morris against Young, 13 feet away, and it's good off the glass. Pistons leading by 19 points. Jackson kicks to Johnson, poked away. Young with the steal. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Lopez a screen. Passes it to Kilpatrick. Clock at 6. Sloan in the corner. Rebound, Detroit. Freak's got 4 rebounds in this game. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Lopez with the block. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Lopez a screen. Pass to Kilpatrick. Off the screen. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over the back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
1:30 left to play in the final quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pistons.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, hard to seem toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And asserting themselves right from the start, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two clubs. They've got to feel good getting the upper hand tonight against the Nets.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Jackson. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Robinson. Outside Jack. Feeds it to Young. Lopez a screen. It's Young on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. And Young, here we go. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
And this run not really doing him any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Meeks can't hit.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And this broadcast has not ended just yet, as we've got the award-winning Ernie Johnson standing by here for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Reggie Jackson. He was a powerful offensive weapon tonight, scoring a double-double, And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, I'm living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, it's stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
What?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a two-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, Freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, Freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, "Yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game." I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. See, you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him. And it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out, though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house, though. Yo, he's hotties ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, when me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dab, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me, announce my name on the loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, do you have any crickets? I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's Bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's going to affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's going to affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's going to affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V, G, Vic, gotta go! Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
Going up against him, you almost just hope you don't end up on a poster. But I've never been one to just get out the way. I'm ready to step up, no matter the consequences. Gotta earn my stripes sometime, you know? Here we go.
And it's the Clippers coming in from out of town for this one, an interconference game today. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin. Comes in for Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Caldwell Pope. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Austin Rivers is out there with J.J. Redick. And it's Green, then it's Pierce, and it's Aldrich in at the center position.
What are we in?
Well, last season the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late, but you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
Pass to Meeks. Here's against Drummond. Shoots from the baseline. Here's Freak. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Passes it to Redick. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. He feeds it to Aldrich. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper. And that one comes up a bit short. The Pistons trailing. Freak kicks to Meeks, and he hits it to tie the game up. .59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Dishes it to Pierce. Here's Aldrich. There's a good screen. 6 to shoot. They double him with Freak. Aldrich with it. Out defended by Freak. Here's Rivers. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Indiana.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. I mean, matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Oh, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set.
And for Johnson. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Jody Meeks. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldrich. Griffin comes in for Pierce. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Green, and Paul subbed in for Rivers. So for the Clippers right now, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Crawford at the 3 slot.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was a major factor. He finished with 8 points, and there didn't seem to be much you could do to stop him, shooting efficiently from both the field and the foul line. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
And regarding Griffin's low block shot number, for some guys, they simply lack a certain field part for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots. A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
The Pistons have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Jackson against Paul. Jackson drives in. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pass to Redick. Uncovered. And he hits the jump shot. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
There's the screen, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Another foul would give him 3 before that.
So we've reached the end of the...
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Chris, you and Blake Griffin may be the most exciting combination in the league. I know you love to play with talented big men, all the dunks, the alley-oops. Tell us about the chemistry right now.
Man, to tell you the truth, I had the easy part. You know what I mean? All I have to do is pass it. But like I said, when I first got here, Blake told me to throw the ball further away from the rim than closer. So I'm still getting used to it, but it's their athleticism. I had the easy part, like I said.
Chris, thank you. Kevin.
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half. All right, you starters, I expect you guys to be nice and fresh in the second half. Bench really gave us some great production. Nice to see something from everybody out there. That's enough of the positivity. I'm not going to harp on the negatives, but you and I both know there are places where we can improve. Okay, in terms of pace, let's keep things moderate next half. Turning this game into a track meet might hurt us more than it will help us. We've got an uphill battle on our hands, no doubt about it. I don't want to catch you guys looking at the scoreboard. All we can do is play our game.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Some good play from Griffin in this one. He has 14 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers.
And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Indiana Pacers.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Tobias Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Freak in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. On the wing, Harris, guarded by Jordan. Harris dishes to Freak. The rebound by Jeff Green.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And guys, the Clippers last year, they were okay against the Eastern Conference, but not spectacular. You would have thought that with how well they were overall, they would have just really feasted on the East.
Freak passes to Harris. Freak kicks to Harris. Jackson has the open look. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Crawford dishes to Griffin. The feed now to Paul. From outside the arc, and that one's good. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Crawford kicks to Jordan. Crawford outside. Clock at 6. 11 feet away. Crawford with another miss.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Harris has got 5 points so far. Los Angeles leading by 8. Outside Griffin. Takes the 13-footer. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Harris, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
To the middle. It's tipped. Paul for 3. No good. And Detroit the other way now. Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season. Yet quite a year for him in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine a first-team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it had to do with Steph Curry.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Green in at small forward.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
Caldwell Pope passes to Freak. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Griffin's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, for Paul, you talk about the lack of talk about him last year. Very quietly came close to the 50-40-90 club.
Clock at 6. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
The 50-40-90 club, something only elite scorers reach, and Paul came close while playing point guard. He might not get the height he used to, but CP3 is very much still one of the best in our league.
Jackson against Paul. Detroit, no good that time either. Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Clippers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
No surprise here. Just a big-time performance for Paul. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Crawford dishes to Aldridge. Outside, Pierce. Inside. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Off the pick. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rivers kicks to Crawford. Pierce with a screen for Crawford. And it's Freak with the rebound. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding...
Chris, how does a win like...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Chris Paul. He delivered quite a star performance. Not uncommon, as we... And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you... And Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew have a wonderful evening.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team All-NBA, first team All-Defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakingandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste. And you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing, you know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan, not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own, boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? I mean, if you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
Right? You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freaking and Vibing, Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa, okay.
You love it,
All
right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yeah, we're cool.
Mr. Dom Pag.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it, my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, what they saying, Luda's back. Blame it on that, the hood call it Ludic. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down, like go. My verses still be serving, tight like a million. This last time on a college remix, now I'm on the original version. Can't never count me out.
I got nothing but respect for Paul George. To come back from an injury the way he did was simply amazing. It'll be a real honor to take the court against him tonight and show him what I can do. But forget PG-13. This game's gonna be rated F for Freak. May the best man win.
One of the most important monuments in the nation, the War Memorial. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off a good outing against the Timberwolves. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson. Mahimi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. Then for the Pistons, Freaks checked in for Andre Drummond. Marcus Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. It's blocked. Jackson against Hill. Freak sets a screen for Jackson. Right wing, there's the three. Another three for Detroit.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high, 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from three the year before, Kevin, so yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
It's Jackson with the drive. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris.
Thanks, Kevin. He talked about the challenge defensively, going up against a team that can really execute. He said, they're a team that makes the most of every single possession. They won't settle for tough shots. We have to make them take difficult shots, contested shots. Guys, let's see if they have what it takes.
Great stuff, Doris. Thanks. It sounds like the most important number for them today is opposing shooting percentage.
As it should be. I mean, this is an opponent that can go through some very hot stretches with the ball. So they've got to do what they can to limit those opportunities.
Yeah, and for what Coach was saying, guys, I mean, he knows that. They should play some suffocating D today if he got his message across.
5 on the clock. Hill kicks to Miles. A three-pointer off the mark.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
Pacers trail by 11. Hill kicks to Stuckey. Pick up by Hill. To the left wing. He feeds it to Miles. Miles with another miss.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside Jackson. Goes back up. Here's Freak. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
They haven't been able to stifle him defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. To the wing right side. Here is Miles. Here's Mahimi. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Pistons ahead. As hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he... And Monte Ellis is still trying to... An entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. Paul George, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And George Hills subbed in for Monte Ellis. And a different look here for the Pistons. Freaks checked in for Drummond. Marcus Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Tobias Harris is checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. George Hill at the 1, Paul George at the 2. Mahinmi is out there with Hill, and it's Miles in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They're also having a lot of success from the free throw line tonight. You always want to cash in from there.
Hill kicks to Mahinmi. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And it's Harris off the drive. That's good. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Kicks it to Miles. On the wing, Hill. Pass to George. And there's the feed to Mahinmi. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Harris.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was out.
The Pacers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. Freak kicks to Morris. Outside for Jackson. Morris a screen. Johnson in the corner. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at Detroit. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up. And, of course, the Pacers, a game and a half out.
And checking out Detroit, this isn't the spot that too many people thought they'd be in this far into the season. They've really turned some heads with their play.
Well, any doubts I had have long dissipated. I mean, they're not doing it with smoke and mirrors. I mean, they are a legitimate top-tier team.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves played a role for them. He picked up 5 points and also dominated with his excellent defense and rebounding. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GA?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
Pacers have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
2 shots.
So as we conclude the first half, so far, fairly one-sided.
Okay, guys, tremendous work in the...
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even... Indiana making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for George Hill. Detroit also making some changes. Freak comes in for Andre Drummond. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Anthony Tolliver. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell-Pope, the guards. Tobias Harris is out there with Freak, and it's Bullock in at the small forward position.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
Here's Harris, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
He got right to the cup using that screen. 7 points for Rodney Stuckey.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Ellis against Jackson.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
From 18 feet away, with the clock winding down, and Freak throws it down.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
On the wing, Jackson. Feeds to Caldwell Pope. The three cannot hit. The Pacers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. George up top. 8 points for him. It's tipped. Allen kicks to George. There's Ellis with the three ball. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Jackson is doubled. Bullock dishes to Freak. Takes the 13-footer, and he gets it to go. Freak's got 9.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Here's the screen. Ellis, the pass to Allen. Indiana again missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Huge height advantage there, but
fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. They've got Paul George. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then there's Lavoy Allen. And it's Turner in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Ellis kicks to George. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Turner's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Blake dishes to Freak. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Turner. For Indiana, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Ellis right side. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Tobias Harris is checked in for Johnson. Caldwell Pope comes in for Reggie Bullock. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Steve Blake. The Pacers have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Pick up by Hill. Turner with a screen on Harris. Here's George.
If you're looking to build a small forward and there wasn't a LeBron James template, you might go with PG, Paul George. Height, length, athleticism.
Then for the Pacers, Hill comes in for Hill, and it's C.J. Miles in for Ellis. And a switch here also for Detroit. Freaks checked in for Andre Drummond. Freak sets a screen for Jackson. Pass to Freak. It's stolen by Allen. George with the ball. And the pass to Turner. Baseline J on the way. Pistons leading by 17.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pistons.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game, Clark, and Steve's kind of touched on it, is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Yeah, absolutely a big plus. And oftentimes, Kevin, we've seen it time and time again. Your performance at the line can be the difference maker in a game.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Jackson. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Move the ball.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Inside, Freak, and he jams it with authority.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Hill, a screen on Jackson. George double teamed at the elbow. It's Allen. Some solid defense from Harris. And here's Jackson. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Reggie Jackson.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only know.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done. I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby.
It's been a long road trip. Last game is tonight, and I know I want to get out of here with the win. We'll be back in front of the home crowd soon. Now's not the time to be looking ahead. I need to step up my game and help this team get it done. No excuses.
the guards.
It's the Pistons, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Freak in at center. Reggie Jackson out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Harris. And it's Morris in at the 3 slot.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And for Reggie Jackson, the league is going the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone, as well as make plays for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Reggie Jackson. His last 10 games have been exceptional. 10th in assists, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And, his floor awareness, undeniable. As you pointed out, he's great at drawing the defense and then making the perfect pass in stride.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Detroit. Jackson drives in. And it's Freak missing.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Pass to Favors. The jump hook lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Favors got 6. 1:29 left to play in the first. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, the head coach for the Jazz gave me a few moments to catch up with him. I asked him about the difficulty defensively against a team that's so smart and controlled offensively. He said that's a great point. They really do a terrific job of executing their offense. Not a lot of miscues or missteps. We need to be just as disciplined if we're going to get the upper hand. And down 1-0 in the season series, guys. We'll see if they can even it up.
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, guys, it really makes sense to have their defense poised to deal with the great shooters on the floor tonight.
It really does. If they can't keep the damage done by those guys to a minimum, then it's going to be a long night.
No secret about that. I mean, when they're able to get into a rhythm shooting the ball, they can put a lot of points on the board in a hurry.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
There's a good screen. Here's Mack. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound Favors, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and 1.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 18 seconds left in the first. Brown kicks to Dinwiddie. Morris passes to Freak. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Pistons lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA. Good points, Clark. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Marcus Morris is out there with Reggie Bullock. And it's Freak in at the center. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
It's Jackson with the drive. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Jackson's got his third basket of the night.
And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year, eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
Mack dishes to Gobert. To the paint, deflects the pass. Gobert, the screen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mack. Another miss by Utah. And looking at the Morris brothers' careers through last season, the one area they haven't been joined at the hip in is in performance. Markeith has shown steady improvement over his first 4 years. Marcus Morris has had a very up and down start to his career.
And you know, Kevin, Marcus has talent. He has versatility. He just hasn't found his role. It's time for him to step out of his brother's shadow and really establish who he is as a player.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Outside Jackson. He dishes it to Freak. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Jackson.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And we finished one half of it. Back to start. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Nuggets.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Favors and Gobert, the shot blocking duo inside. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Sheldon Mack. That's the group right now for Utah. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nuggets provided a nice lift. He had 6 points and added 7 rebounds to go with his scoring. Another strong showing from him in what has become a habit.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident. Right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
Can't cash in from close range.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Out to the right wing. Here's Burks. Offline with his 3. Pistons trail by 8. 51 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Freak kicks to Drummond. Jackson passes to Freak. Feeds it to Drummond. Pistons passing it around. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Outside Favors. No one near him. And that one's good. Burks has got his first bucket in this one.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Nato, covered by Morris. Passes it to Favors. With 2 seconds left, no luck. And the final period of play just about to start. Burks comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Exum in for Gobert. And a switcher also for Detroit. Freaks checked in for Drummond. On the court for the Pistons, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Freak is out there with Anthony Tolliver. And it's Harris in at small forward. Hayward, that's good. Hayward's got 12 points in just the second half.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Outside Jackson to the inside. And Freak throws it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Burke kicks to Burks. They set the pick. Drops in the layup for 2. Burks has got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Freak kicks to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The pass to Hood. He kicks to Hayward. He feeds it to Burke. Pulls up on the elbow. Rebounded by the Pistons. Caldwell Pope's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Jackson. There's the pick. Inside. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Tolliver.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. To the inside, Hayward rejected by Harris. And they're able to recover. A nice shot by Exum.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Elbow shot. That's good. 25 points for Reggie Jackson.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's Hayward.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And, guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. And it's Freak missing.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Burke kicks to Hood. That one falls, coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got his 4th assist in this one.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Jazz.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense. and they had all the looks they wanted.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And, Greg, you know, as interconference opponents, tonight was their only chance to get that revenge. I mean, they won't see each other in the regular season again until next season.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Gordon Hayward. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
13 feet away. Harris misses. Utah has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Burke kicks to Hayward. Favors with the screen to the left wing. Here's Burks. That one wide left. And here's Freak. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Utah with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Gobert, the screen. Now, here's Burke, guarded by Jackson. Now, here's Burke. A shot by Hayward, wide open. That one falls, coming off Burke's feet.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the... And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the two...
As I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff, you evil twins, CC and Dom got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your image is cost you in the hood, fam. Yo, the streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right.
Nah. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature. All right? Take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Ooh.
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
He wants you to rob a bodega. I'm sorry.
Look, man, I'm not talking about some focus group, all right? I'm talking about the hood. They don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight, man. Your ankles be choking. Air it out some. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. Okay, you want to recalibrate? Fine, B, go ahead. But recalibrate back to Harlem. Remind these fools where you from. Represent, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Jesus piece you used to rock? Now that Shuttlesworth.
With them fake chains we used to wear.
Yo, but that's my point. Yo, let me get you some nice jewels, huh? Make you flossy. Get you a new whip, something that the hood will love. Let's remind these fools that you the Harlem Renaissance up in this piece. Get a club, I don't know, something. Just throw your weight around, man.
I mean, at least get me some, too.
Yeah, and get some nice free vet, too.
Nah, but for real, in all seriousness. You think it's that bad?
Yo. Cats be laughing at your corny commercials, B.
Come on.
But that's what I'm saying. Yo, we could change all that. Hey, now, I know CC's your manager and all, but everywhere she leads, you can't always follow. Now, I'm not trying to catch no charge, but CC got people out here laughing at you, fam. Now, just let me take care of everything. You the CEO, I'm the CFO, Chief Flossing Officer. You hit me with that bread, and I got you.
CC.
How y'all doing?
CC?
Freak, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what up?
In private?
CC, go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought we were supposed to be having a private meeting today to discuss business.
CC, what you think we doing?
Am I talking to you? You know what? Y'all ain't talking business. Y'all talking nonsense.
We were actually discussing the questionable nature of the promotional strategy that you and Dom have employed on Freak's behalf, and how it doesn't necessarily resonate with his core fan base, primarily due to the fact that it negates the legitimacy of his personal background and history in favor of reaching a larger, primarily more disinterested demographic that would prefer to judge Freak's past as opposed to appreciate it.
Yo, what Yvette said, 4 times 25, 100.
Oh, so now you know your times tables. Yvette, occasionally proving that you're articulate doesn't mean you have business acumen. Beyond, of course, your clear mastery of basic arithmetic, we all know you can add up how much Freak makes.
Okay, Cece, that's enough.
No, you know what, Cece? You're absolutely
Anywho,
right.
Freak,
And speaking of basic arithmetic, how much of Freak's money do you take?
Okay, what did I just say about
A
Team
what? A
Freak?
manager?
What did I
Is that
just
what
say
you know?
about
No,
Team
the
Freak?
only members of Team
Good.
Freak in here are me and you.
Oh, you know what, Cece? This isn't the womb, okay? It's not just you and Freak.
Speaking of, how's that going for you?
Hey, come on.
Oh, snap.
You gonna let her
Hey,
talk to me
yo,
like that, really?
It's
You
getting
can check
way
her
too
now.
cold in here, and I
Yo,
ain't even
check
talking
her
about the
now.
weather.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm out.
You know what? I think
I'm
I'll
out.
join you.
No, darlings, please. Please, have a seat. I would just love to hear what you all were just discussing. Better yet, let me guess. Hey, yo, I'm saying, dude, what you need to do is hit up these parties. Yeah, you need to show these fools how you still have mad love for the hood. Get you some flossy jewels. Make sure every time they see you whistling the new whip. Better yet, let's get us a dealership or a club or something. Never mind that house you promised your twin sister, you promised you get for your parents who are still in the projects where you left them.
Yo, that's not fair. I ain't leaving my ass.
Hey,
and you know I'll never leave our parents in projects.
Thing, fam. I'll take care of everything. All you gotta do is break me off with that bread. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow. You know what, Cece? I don't know what's going on with you tonight, but I think it's best you go home. We will continue our meeting here.
You asking me to leave?
Yes.
Hey, yo, Freak. It's all good, man. As a matter of fact, CC, I know you don't like me. You never have. I don't know what I ever did to you. But at this point, does it really matter anymore? Look, I just want you to know that I'm really sorry. But whatever it was, I can honestly say it was not intentional. All right? Hey, Freak. Think about what I said earlier, man. I ain't trying to catch no charge. Vet, you ready?
Let's bounce.
Cece. Okay, you know I love you more than life itself.
And how come you always put them before me? I don't put anyone above you, not even myself.
You sure about that, Cece? What would you just call all this? I mean, you come in here blowing up my spot and you insult my brother?
He's not our brother.
You disrespect my woman.
Just trying to protect you.
From who? From the likes of you? But you don't think I realize that I have vultures and blood-sucking leeches in my life? Don't think I realize that you're one of them?
Bloodsucker?
Yeah, but you know what? That's what I think the problem is. It's because you realize you're no better than them and you're ashamed. But in fact, you're worse because we share the same blood. And just because they don't have the same blood running through their veins as us, doesn't mean that they don't love me. Yeah, their love might be flawed, but it's true. What you need to understand is I don't need you to protect me anymore. I don't mind the people closest to me leeching off me. Yes, you do leech off me, and I leech off you too. You love business and you love me. I use that. Vic? Vic? You know he don't mind running these streets. He's my connection to things I don't want to deal with anymore, so I let him do him. I take care of him, and in return, he looks out for me in places you know you can. And as much as you don't want to hear this, Yvette, she is the eye of the storm in my life right now. She is my only calm. She's my peace, my shelter. I use these people and they use me. I just don't call it that, CC. I don't call what you do using me. I call what you do caring for me. Forgive yourself and forgive them for using the resources at their disposal to get what they need. And what you need to learn to do is just trust me. Okay, I've always had a good judge of character, even before I was born. Remember? Because I chose to come in this world with you. That's right. It was me and you in the womb just kicking it. Right? Right?
I was born first.
Yeah, you were. Swish.
Some people say you just a hanger-on, that you're a leech. Why is that the word?
Yo, because people just don't know,
They
yo.
be hating?
They be hating. They hating on my game. They hating on our friendship. See, FOF, friend of freak. See, nobody got that like I do. And everybody else wants that. Who doesn't? But that's my boy. I'm in that spot. That is my lane, and everybody else just got to make way for that, you know?
That's him, but who are you?
Nah, man, I got my own life, you know? People think I'm just sitting back and riding on him, but that's not the case, yo. I got dreams. I got dreams, yo. See, my boy knows. Right.
Real quick, they be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't fit it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you so down to earth? Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie in the vet. Shout out to the I holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she was scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up.
Oh man, Anthony Davis. One of the most unique talents in the NBA. I see a lot of myself in him. I can't wait to face him and see if I can get the upper hand. I know I'm still a rookie, but it's the ultimate test to see where my game is at right now. And I live for these moments. So bring it on, Brow.
Welcome to the Palace of Auburn Hills. We're in suburban Detroit, the home of the Pistons, where we'll be broadcasting today's game live. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. The shot-blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. And it's Evans in at the 3 spot. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Guys, you want to talk about one tough guy? How about the Turkish hammer, Ashik? Tremendous rebounder. A space eater in the paint, so long.
That's a...
Yo, Freak, what's up, baby? What's up? We see you.
Yo. What up?
Basquiat, let's go. Got that art for y'all, that real spit. They call me Basquiat. The Harlem take my pockets full of fat knots, making all the ladies drop. Paint me street corners green. My banknotes, the color feels seen. Half man, half amazing. Call me Simi out the demigod. Halo crown with the dollar sign, got a pulpit. A ghetto saint with grand designs, call me focus. Before the Basquiat, the streets is hopeless. I'm not heartless, ain't painting pictures. Making new kind of skill, banking up to 12 figures. They call me Basquiat, pockets full of fat knots, dust to thought. Your boy makes the street pop, got it on lock. Body don't stop, make it hot. Love it when the bunnies bounce when they on top. Basquiat, I got 107 C's, making waves so the world knows me. Basquiat, my pockets go deep. I dive in the heights, get up and then creep. I'm on my hustle and grind, I'm all about my money. No time for playing games when the game ain't funny.
Okay, yo, he's nice. What's his name?
He goes by the name Basquiat, yo. Basquiat puts game down on them bars, yo. I'm telling you. Hey, we record a nice mixtape. Hey, do a nice video, get some honeys up in there dancing.
I never had this feeling with any other woman in my life. And she
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs.